We all know about the American Revolution, but what started it? What caused the colonies to come together and scream for independence?
It all started in 1607, when the first British colony was established in America.
Great Britain strived for glory in the colonies, but they soon had more important things to do back in Europe. Turning a blind eye to the colonies allowed them to rule themselves. This concept is called salutary neglect. The colonies enjoyed it and became accustomed to their freedom from Britain rule and established their own self-government through town meetings and local government. However, after Great Britain won the French and Indian War in 1763, the British experienced massive debt. To bring in revenue and re-nourish the bank accounts of the British, they placed a series of taxes and regulations on the Americans, such as the Navigation Acts, which facilitated mercantilism by limiting colonial trade to only the British. The Sugar Acts, which taxed all imported sugar into the colonies. The Stamp Act, which taxed legal documents. The Quartering Act, which required each colony to be prepared to house unnecessary British troops, and the Townshend Act, which taxed products like glass, paper, tea, lead, and paint.
The colonists did not like the British taxation without representation after experiencing freedom and solidarity, and they reacted to these new laws very strongly. The colonists came up with a new way to unite and retaliate against the British. So the Albany Plan was created. They did not want to become independent yet, so they just wanted King George to respect their wishes. Additional protesting organizations came into place after the Boston Massacre in 1770 because the colonies were infuriated with the murder of 11 Americans. They created the Sons of Liberty, which later went on to the Boston Tea Party. The Sons of Liberty dumped $18,000 worth of tea into the Boston Harbor in protest of the additional taxes put onto tea products and the king's unfair treatment towards the colonies.
In response to this uproar, the British put many laws in place in an attempt to get the colonies back under their control. An example of these acts is the Declaratory Act, where they declared this unconditional power over the colonies, meaning they had the same taxation authority over the colonies as they did over Britain. Nevertheless, the colonies were persistent to gain back their freedom. However, when the British refused to grant them their wishes, they were forced to strive for independence, which inevitably led to the revolution we all know of today.